A very good morning, students. Today we'll be starting with fundamentals of food processing paper. So today we'll start with first unit. In this video we'll be learning about the historical development of food science and technology and how food processing developed from the last historic period till today's time. Food technology, as you know, is used to develop and manage the processes by which food is transformed from raw harvest to edible goods. So, food has traveled a long lot of changes in the time machine from being eaten as raw to getting ready as a ready-made food. The history of food science and technology is very lengthy and interesting. The history of food can be broken into three broad periods. The first period focus on mainly the discovery of the food by the early people. The second period is when there is development of many tools, that is industrial revolution, and the third period is marked by the government regulations, that is the till now present time. Okay. So the story of food begins with the civilization where water, game and land would provide abundant food supply. So men often hunted and fished for the meat portion of the diet, whereas women and children searched for the fruits and the nuts. People have eaten whatever was available near their places. They never went searching for food. So through experimentation, that is trial and error, they started to discover which was tasty, which was poisonous and which was good for them. They are unaware about the variety of food which was available, and it was restricted to the weather as well as the locality. And as the season changed, they realized that there are some seasons where plants will not grow, so they have to preserve the food for the future. And gradually there are two changes that shifted human population their view about the acceptance of the food. First thing was domestication of animals, where they started to rear the some of the animals mainly for the regular supply of milk and meat. And the second change is they started to recognize the relationship between plant and their seeds, with the help of which they started to grow their own food. It is around 6,000 years ago they started to use the tools which contributed towards the cookery. Gradually, foods that were favored because of their keeping qualities were cultivated and farming began. Example, they started to grow wheat, oats, etc. People also looked for ways to cook the food, for example, with the help of heat. Also tried to extend their shelf life by using methods like sun drying. So then comes the second period, that is industrial revolution. So much of the food you eat is prepared and preserved in ways that have been used for hundreds of years. So through trial and errors, people learned techniques that would preserve foods, but they did not know why this technique worked until 1700, that tools and procedures for understanding the why came into being. The microscope was improved in the early 1800s. As a result, scientists began the concept of understanding food microbiology. That is, they started to understand bacteria and their effect on food spoilage and human health. A lot of changes came into light in 18th century due to the harnessing of steam as well as coal power, and also the development of power driven machines. The use of steam and the coal power reduced the labor work and made the work easier. In 1830, the invention of many farm machinery such as threshers, reapers, and steel plow increased the production yield. The invention of specialized factory equipment also speeded up the food processing procedures. Also, this development led to the start of many food processing companies. Many food ingredients started to develop during this period, mainly baking powder in 1856. Commercial yeast became available in 1868, and also self-rising flour was first marketed in 1890s. And then World War began and it encouraged the development and acceptance of a number of food products, and many convenience foods were developed first for the military people, and however the majority of consumers initially snubbed these early convenience foods and considered them inferior to the homemade products. As a result of World War II, many women entered the workplace of men and started food production. The demand for food, which can be easily prepared, increased more, and during the wartime, the rationing of sugar and butter made it difficult to have ample supplies for home baking. So, these two factors fostered the popularity of mixes that had been poorly received by consumers in 1930s. Then comes the third period, that is food industry governed by the government regulations. So as with most new development, the commercial mass production of food led to some problems due to which government regulation has to be implemented. So this has resulted in the consistent economic and convenient food supply which we are enjoying today. Before 1820, the main concern regarding food safety was spoilage. So, this problem was solved when food canning was introduced. With the arrival of mass food production and canning in the 1820s, adulteration became a widespread problem. Following are a few 19th and early 20th century examples. Ground pepper contained gravel, leaves, and twigs. Vinegar was diluted with sulfuric acid. Coffee contained roasted grains, scotch beans, and peas, and baked horse livers. Milk was watered down or had chalk, starch, gelatin, or borax added. Sugar contained sand, dust, and lime. A number of factors probably contributed to tampering with food ingredients. So, these included centralized food processing, greed, and declining personal accountability. The United States Department of Agriculture was established in 1862 to oversee food production and agricultural research. However, the chemistry division was given little authority to monitor or enforce the safety of the food supply. The FDA now has a basis for developing recommendations for safe food handling. So these recommendations are published in Food and Drug Administration Food Code. This reference is also available to anyone seeking information on how to prevent foodborne illness. The Food and Drug Administration controls the use of pesticides on food crops and additives in processed foods. They have set food labeling guidelines and created standards for the safety and wholesomeness of food products. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is responsible for the inspection of meat and poultry products shipped across state lines. They also mandated a system to ensure the safety of the meat and poultry industry. Watchdog groups. So these are organizations that observe and report scientific development, policy, and legislation related to food industry. IFIC, that is International Food Information Council, is one of the member of Watchdog Group, and its mission is to provide information to professionals who communicate with consumers regarding sciencey based information on agricultural industries. Next is American Dietetic Association, and the mission of this group is, it is a group of nutritionists and nutrition research scientists that report summaries of current research on food related topics. This type of organization can help the public to make sense of conflicting reports in the media. So another area of government regulation is food labeling. So this must be followed by all food manufacturers whenever they are marketing their products. So these guidelines are intended to help protect consumers from food fraud and mislabeling. Also, it provides information about the nutritional content of the food product. The Nutrition Labeling and Education Act of 1990 restricted the use of nutrition claims on food labels, it defined terms like low fat and fat free. This act led to the standardized nutrition facts panel that appears on the food labels. Food scientists are required to analyze and properly label the food products, and a food scientist should have the below mentioned guidelines ideas in order to develop a food label. So that is about the historical development, the first period, the second period and the third period. Now coming to the recent development, where we need to focus on expanded food supply for the entire global level. The current time challenge for a food technologist is to develop a crop which can reach the plate of every hungry person. And agricultural research are also trying to develop new variety of crop, and also they are trying to grow the crops where previously crops are not grown. So researchers are focusing on hydroponic crops, that is growing crops without soil, that is in the nutritive solution. They are also making use of biotechnology, that is how the genetic makeup of a plant can be changed in order to get more yield and more crop production. In areas where food is abundant, food scientists focus more on factors that affect the safety, cost, and quality of food product. Variety, ease of preparation, and nutrition are other factors food scientists are studying. They are trying to meet consumers' demand for inexpensive, tasty dishes that can be prepared and served quickly. So many food scientists are at work developing substitutes for natural food. Food scientists have been involved in developing various food analogs to match up the modern eating habit and the lifestyles. Food processing, the Stone Age to the modern age. The first methods. When we think of the history of food processing, we probably think of the first big machines and conveyor belts full of canned foods. However, the first processes for cleaning, storing, and improving food began thousands of years ago. So these processes have been improved, but many of them are still vital to us today. The first and most important step in food processing was also the simplest, that is cooking. Our earliest ancestors started by simply adding heat to meat, seeds, and vegetables as early as 1.5 million years ago. Simple food preservation methods followed, including drying, smoking, and salting. In some of the earliest civilizations, including Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt as early as 9600 BC. The invention of writing and history helped to advance these early methods, as the first food processes were able to record, pass down, and trade information more easily. The history of food processing began with a number of preservation and cooking techniques that are still used today, enough on a much larger and more efficient scale. From prehistoric societies to some of the earliest ancient empires, such as ancient Greece, India, China, and Peru, up to the Middle Ages, these techniques were developed, refined, and spread around the world across many different cuisines: cooking, salting, pickling, drying, smoking, fermenting. The 19th century, where pasteurization and canning was introduced. Two important processes were popularized in 1800s: pasteurization and canning. These processes became vital to the history of food processing, making food safer and much more accessible. Pasteurization, developed by and named for French microbiologist Louis Pasteur, was researched in 1860s. The process was particularly important for juices and especially milk, which is very susceptible to bacterial growth. Pasteurization kills microorganisms by applying heat without affecting the nutritional quality or taste of the food. So without this process, the history of food processing would not have advanced much further. Long-term food storage and transport throughout the world would have been extremely limited. A bit earlier, around 1810, a French chef was working with a similar process. Nicolas Appert began experimenting with food preservation using heat, glass bottles, cork and wax. La Maison Appert, the House of Appert, became the first food bottling factory in the world. Other inventors and merchants built on this method to eventually develop the tin can. The tin can would become particularly popular with the start of World War I and high demand for cheap, long-lasting, transferable food for soldiers. Then came the 20th century, that is ready to eat meals era. Throughout the 1900s, a number of rapid important developments led to food processing as we know it today. Just as WWI popularized the tin can at the start of the century, World War II and the space race in the middle of the century helped to speed up the development of ready-to-eat packaging packed meals. During this time, the working middle class also began to expand around the world, bringing increased demand for first meals with a long shelf life. New process as well as new ingredients and new appliances contributed to the history of food processing in the 20th century. Spray drying, evaporation, freeze drying, and the use of preservatives made it easier to package different types of foods and keep them on the shelf. Artificial sweeteners and colors help to make them preserved food more palatable. The home oven, microwave, blender, and other appliances provided an easy way to quickly prepare these meals. Factories and mass production techniques made it possible to quickly produce and package foods. This development paved the way for globally popular foods like frozen dinners, instant noodle cups, baking mixes, and more. Coming to present era, that is 21st century, food safety and regulations. Though processed foods were fast and affordable, concerns began to rise about their nutritional value in the late 20th and early 21st century. Many preservation processes reduce the vitamin and mineral content of otherwise healthy foods. Added fat, sugar, and oil increases calorie content without increasing nutritional value. Concern about preservatives and their long-term health effect began to rise. The toll of disposable plastic packaging also began to rise. Though food processing made many food easier to buy and prepare, there were trade-offs that had so far not been addressed. In 2004, the USDA studied the nutrient content of food prepared in varying ways. In 2010, First Lady Michelle Obama spearheaded the Let's Move campaign designed to reduce childhood obesity and reduce sugar and salt level in processed foods, particularly those targeted towards children. The history of food processing has grown more in the last 200 years than it has throughout the tens of thousands of years that human civilization has existed. As these processes continue to advance, foods that are safe, accessible, and affordable, as well healthy and environmental friendly, are the next challenges to meet. So in the above diagram, you can see how from cooking, the processing changed to chemical preservations, and even chronologically how there is difference in the method of food processing and preservation. That is about the introduction of the first chapter. So you have already learned about how historically there are three periods for the development of food science and tech. While going through the PPT, make the points or the milestones in the history and also note down few points from the notes whichever I'll be sending. So we studied how the food processing have been changed from early history till today's date. Just make a note of how from drying method we have used up to chemical preservation techniques. Thank you students. If you have any doubt related to topic, you can message or call me directly and ask, and if you having any network issues also, you can tell me. We can make some alternative arrangements. Thank you.